Okay, guys, this is our last day here. We are kind of sad. We're getting ready to go over to Disney Springs and pick up my phone that I lost at the Lost and Found Center. But thank the Lord it was found and I didn't lose anything on it. Forget the phone. I was so upset I could have lost my pictures. But either a Disney cast member got it or a good Samaritan picked it up and turned it in, and I am so thankful. But nonetheless, we just wanted to jump on here and give a little, some final thoughts about what we think about our trip. So the first question is, what are the pros and cons of staying at the Boardwalk? Pros.
Location.
Yes.
This is like the best location ever. You have 2 parks you can walk to. You can take a Skyliner, you can take a bus, you can take a boat. Just obviously the location.
Right. We walked both to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. We also took a boat. We took a bus. We took the Skyliner from Epcot. The only thing we didn't do this time was take the monorail, and that's just because we just didn't have to. So that was great. So cons of the Boardwalk. I'm trying to think.
Well,
Oh, I remember we said the quick service is outside.
Yeah.
All of the food is outside. So if you are in your PJs and you've not put yourself together, you quite literally have to walk outside of the hotel to go order food, or you're in Orlando, so it does happen to rain, every now and then here. So if it comes a downpour and you're hungry, or God forbid you already have your food and you're sitting out on the boardwalk, because most of the seating is outside, you get wet. For example, on our check-in day, we were just lucky and didn't get wet, and sat over at the Abracadabra bar on the patio because it had a little enclosure. But if that hadn't have been there, we would have just been
soaked.
We would have been soaked
Because it came out of nowhere.
Yes.
As all Florida rains do. The only other thing I would say is in the rooms, and in our room where it will sleep 5, the fold-out sofa, I think it'd be fine for kids. But if you had more adults that were going to be sleeping in the room, I think it would be difficult. I don't think it would be very comfortable. And
all the luggage, all the extra luggage,
yeah.
Because they've got that 5th twin bed, there's not a whole lot of storage space for clothes if you don't want to live out of your suitcase.
Yeah. And you've got the armoire thing, but I'm weird about putting my clothes in a dresser that other people probably put their clothes in. I'm probably not going to do that, but some people might. But I wish they had the fold down Murphy beds like they do in some of the resorts. It would I think be more comfortable. But for us it was fine. And for kids I think it would be fine. They don't care. They'd sleep on the floor. They're at Disney World. But for adults, I don't know.
Right, but the cons I think are not major deals in comparison to having one of the best locations.
Yeah,
at
I would
Walt
stay
Disney
here
World.
a million times.
Yes.
If I had the
right.
budget.
We're just being really picky.
Yeah.
So the next question is, what was the pros and cons to an adult-only trip? And I think we both have the same answer to this question. So cons are less luggage. Quite literally. You're not toting kids around. You're not toting their stroller around, their diapers and wipes around. You get on a ride and you get off a ride and you're done.
That's your pro.
Right,
You
that's
said
my
cons.
pro. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, that's my pro.
Yeah.
And then the con is just missing him, because there's nothing better than seeing the magic of Disney through your kids' eyes. So we did miss that a little bit, I think.
Yeah. A lot.
A lot. obviously a lot.
Yeah.
But we can't wait to see them later today. And our last final thought question is, what is our least favorite thing and most favorite thing about this trip? Do you want to go first?
Okay, I don't know if I have a least. I'll have to think about that. My most favorite thing was being able to park hop, because with kids it is a lot harder to do that, because you have to logistically get them from point A to point B in a timely manner. They're tired, you have strollers and stuff, and it's just harder. We were able to do that very quickly and efficiently, even when we had to wait on a bus for like 20 minutes at Animal Kingdom to go back to Magic Kingdom. But then literally 10 minutes later, you're at Magic Kingdom and walking back in. So that was a lot of fun. I park hopped before, but prior to COVID, you couldn't take a bus between parks. So you had to like logistically figure out, you had to go back to your resort, then get on a bus to the park, or drive from park to park if you had a vehicle. So that made it a ton easier. So that was really fun. Not something I would normally do 2 days in a row.
No. I'm tired.
Yeah. My least favorite, I don't know that I have one.
That was last night for me.
What?
My least favorite thing was we did not plan very well for this. So we went to Cali Grill for dinner, which was phenomenal. And we got out around 10:30. And so the buses over at Magic Kingdom were not running. I think I wanted them to be running so bad. They
were parking them, and Mackenzie was like, no, they're running. No, they were parking them.
They were quite literally picking up the bus drivers to take them back to their cars at that point. So we had to get a lift. So we got a lift last night. It ended up being okay. I don't prefer to use the lifts, obviously, because Disney transportation is free. So,
but our Lyft driver was so
sweet.
He was great. Vanes, if you're ever V-A-N, it's probably not how he says his name, but
V-A-N-E-S.
It's probably said a lot nicer than what I just said.
Yes,
but he is very nice.
It ended up being okay, but lesson learned. Do some better planning. And think about that bus transportation when you've got either really late or really early.
So you're not trying to walk across the bus road, to try to hop on a bus that is no longer running.
I don't know who she's talking about. Anyways, it's been a great trip. My favorite thing was spending time with my friend.
Yes.
It just doesn't get much better than Walt Disney World. But we've had a great trip. We've made lots of memories, and we can't wait to come back next time, but with our families.
Yes.
See you real soon.